Dear students, in this lecture, we shall take the example of the function of Laffer curve. Let's get started. Basically, the Laffer curve shows the relationship between the tax rates and the corresponding level of government revenue. And in functional form, we can say that government revenue depends upon or is a function of tax rates. So you see how functions can be used in order to explain the macroeconomic phenomenon. Now let's see in the form of a diagram of this function that how it is expected to take place. Before we see this diagram and understand it, there is a caveat, and that is that it is a theory and it's not likely to prevail in all of the situations. But it has a high likeliness of existing in real life, and empirical data can verify or reject it. So with that thing in our minds, let us see the diagram. As you can see, on x-axis there is tax rate, and on y-axis tax revenue is plotted. All of us know that on x-axis we put the independent variable, and on y-axis we put the dependent variable. You can observe that there is an increasing trend in the beginning. As you can see, there is a positive slope, which implies that as the tax rate grows, the tax revenue is likely to grow because there is incentive for the people to earn more, and that tax rate is not high up to that level where it might discourage them. But you can see that there is a decline in that increase, or in other words, it is increasing at a decreasing rate. So if we go here, as you can see, the increase is declining as compared to the previous increases that we had here. Now this is that point where we have reached the peak of this curve, and this peak basically shows that this is that point where there is no change in the tax revenue, and it has become constant here somewhere. It is constant. I'm using this bar to show this. This constancy means that this is that maximum level of tax revenue that we can accrue by putting this certain amount of tax rate. This is that tax rate that is ideal and that should be followed, because if we impose this much of the tax, we shall be able to maximize the tax revenue. But what if we increase the tax rate a little bit more than this? If we do that, this function is now transforming into a negatively sloped function. Why? In real life, as we can expect, if the tax rate increases too much, and to that extent where it starts discouraging the people and they might be seduced to do tax evasion, then definitely the tax revenue will decline, as it is declining as the tax is increasing after this certain point. So this theory might not hold absolutely or in every country at every point in time, but it shows that there is a hypothesized relationship between these two variables. And this function is having a certain feature that was not observed before. It is having at least 2 or 3 segments. This is the positively sloped segment of the function. Here the slope is 0, and here the slope is negative in all of it. So this is an interesting example for us to learn from an economic situation where the function is changing its slope from positive to 0 and then to negative. Now this is the explanation that we have seen in the diagram. That point is that point till which the relationship was positive. And mathematically speaking, we can write the relationship till that point in this way. We can say that tax revenue is directly proportional to the tax rate. As the tax rate increases, there is an increase in the tax revenue. And the other option is the negative relationship, which is shown by the inverse of the tax rate, and that happens after that point of revenue maximization. Now, how we can actually calculate this point? Because this point is like a holy grail for the government, because they would like to know about this point, and that tax rate would actually help them to form their tax policy. But definitely it's a hard nut to crack, and there are so many factors that should be considered. However, mathematically speaking, we can use theorems to find this out because it looks like a maximum. And in this course, we shall see how we can find the maximum. However, specifically speaking, this point is found by using this theorem, which is known as Rolle's theorem. And this theorem basically is based on the branch of mathematics which is known as calculus. However, the details of this are not a part of this course. I hope you have understood that how functions help us to understand real life, macroeconomic as well as microeconomic situations.